welcome to another episode of Bears News Network. I'm your host, Mike Anderson, where we give you guys the latest Chicago Bears news and rumors, and also the number one, yes, the number one YouTube channel that give out prizes and tickets to its subscribers. Yes, the number one YouTube channel. So if you are a Chicago Bears fan and you have not done so, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all the love and support. Like I said, we're trying to get to 200 plus subscribers. So I've been challenging everybody for the past week. We can get there, man. We're on our way to get there. And when we get to 200 subscribers, we will have a surprise for you guys. So continue to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we appreciate all the love and support. Mitch Lavin, you was a winner along with another winner last week. We did get in contact with the other winner, Mitch Lavin. We still need you to reach out to us at bearsnewsnet1@gmail.com to receive your prize. We're waiting to hear back from you. Congratulations once again on being this week's prize winner. Okay, let's get into it, man. We're going to get into the biggest takeaways from camp and from preseason. Now, I went to my fair share of camps this upcoming season, man, and I seen a lot of good things. Seen some things that was questionable, man. We're going to get into that and what we're looking forward to this upcoming season. Okay, my first biggest takeaway that I seen from preseason and training camp so far leading into this season, the development between our both defensive rookie tackles, Javon Dexter Sr. and Zach Pickens. It seemed like Zach Pickens is a little bit more farther in his development than Javon Dexter Sr. When you look at the preseason stats, Zach Pickens had 10 tackles, 7 solo tackles, and 1 sack. Javon Dexter Sr. had 4 tackles and 3 solo tackles, no sack. And just when you look at these both of these guys and you compare them both, Ryan Poe said that Javon Dexter, he seems to fall into his old ways, his old habits sometimes. So his development is still slowly, but it's coming along. As far as with Zach Pickens, he's just been good at getting back there in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, creating tackles for loss. His hustle has all been there. So with those two being said, it looked like Zach Pickens is a little bit more further along in his development than Javon Dexter Sr. That's one of my takeaways. My second takeaway, DJ Moore playmaking ability is something to be reckoned with. This is not a game. I feel like last year with DJ Moore, when he was with Carolina, he didn't have a reliable, legit quarterback. Now he has one in Justin Fields. And last year, our rack and yak yards, we was last in the league in 2022 last year. DJ Moore would change that. When you look at his stats in preseason, just talking about preseason, he has 2 receptions out of 3 targets, 102 yards, and 1 touchdown. And his average is 51 average yards per reception, man. Throughout DJ Moore's career, he has over 5,000 receiving yards, 21 TDs, and he has an average of 14.3 yards average reception. He's no doubt about it will be our number one in Bears history, number one receiver out of all our Bears receivers in Bears history. So DJ Moore, his addition to this team is going to play off in the long term. Like I said, we was last in NFL last year in rack and yak yards. That's run after the catch and yards after the catch yards. We was last. And DJ Moore is one of the best in the league with getting yards after the catch, rack and yak yards. So that's something that I feel like that will stand out this year. We won't be last in that category. I feel like the addition of DJ Moore will help us out in a tremendous way. Okay. Point number 3, our biggest takeaway number 3, I want to say, Roschon Johnson will be running back number 1 by the end of the season. When I seen him in camp, man, he's far most our best pass blocking running back. And we have Khalil Herbert, Deontay Foreman. Yes, he's the best. I've seen that with my own 2 eyes, and obviously coaches and some of the people within the organization see that as well. Dan Weinstead said that he can be the best, or he is the best rookie blocking running back that he's ever seen. And just from, like I said, my own eyes from when me and Cootie was at camp, Roshan Johnson was holding his own as far as pass protection. So with that being said, not only let me read you his preseason stats. He had 28 carries, 98 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 3.5 average yards per carry. Now, he's a good runner. He runs north and south. He breaks tackles, and he would have been a second round pick if he wasn't bagging up Bijan Robertson. And just one thing, he has a 5.1 broken tackle rate in college. That was second in the whole college football league. He was second in 5.1 broken tackle rate. And then he had an average of 3.96 yards after contact. That was fourth. That was fourth best in college football as well. So Roshan Johnson, man, be on the lookout for him. I believe that he will be RB1 before the season ends. Okay, let's get into it. My fourth takeaway that I want to get into is this defensive backcourt. I think it can be top half in the NFL. When you look at Jaquan Brisker, his stats from last year, he had 1 interception, 4 sacks, 104 combined tackles. When you look at Jaquan Brisker, we know what we get. He's a hard-hitting ball hawk, uh, can blitz the quarterback and get in the backfield and take your quarterback down as well. I'm excited to see what he would do this year, being in his second year, being a rookie. You know, everybody know being a rookie in this league, you're just trying to get acclimated to how the NFL is, trying to get the playbook down, have it in your mind. Now he can go out there and freely play. This is the second year that these guys will be in this defense. They're not rookies no more, so I'm excited to see what Jaquan Brisker do. Also, Eddie Jackson a part of that core as well, man. Eddie Jackson, in 2022, Eddie Jackson was on his way to having a Pro Bowl year, man, but injury had stalled his time. He only played in 12 games before he got injured, but Eddie Jackson had 4 interceptions, 80 combined tackles, and 2 forced fumbles, man. I believe Eddie Jackson will pick off right where he left off last year. Let's get into Kyler Gordon. He had 3 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and 71 combined tackles. He had 1 pass deflection and 1 fumble recovery, man. And in preseason, it looked like Kyler Gordon gonna be a force to reckon with, man. They call him Spider-Man because he's always over the whole field. He put some hits on in the preseason, so it looked like we always know Kyler Gordon to be a ball hawk, you know, with his 3 interceptions that he had. But this year, it looked like he got a little Jaquan Brisker rubbing off on him. He coming down and he laying the wood down on folks this year. So be on the lookout for Kyler Gordon, man. Spider-Man, man. Be on the lookout for him in 2023. Also a part of that court, Jalen Johnson, man. He knows that this is a contract year for him. He has a chip on his shoulder this year. He talked about it in different press conferences that he had this year, that he know he has to produce. He know what to look forward to. So with that, he had 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. He played in 11 games last year. He had 35 combined tackles. So I'm excited to see if he can get that ball hawking ability that he wants to have. He wants to get more takeaways. So I'm excited to see if Jalen Johnson can get to that form. Our last but not least, a part of that crew is the rookie Tyreek Stevenson, my favorite, one of my favorite rookies out of this whole draft class, out of all the NFL teams. In his preseason, he had 13 combined tackles, 2 pass deflection, and 1 interception. He could have had 3 interceptions. Both of those just slipped right between his hands. But with Tyreek Stevenson being a physical corner, they want him to come in, and he's going to be a target and get targeted a lot. So he has to be able to produce. And I'm excited to see what he can do in this game with the rest of these defensive backs. Man, I'm excited to see what Tyreek Stevenson can do. Last but not least, man, Justin Fields will be more efficient in 2023. And what do I mean by that? Well, when you look at Justin Fields' numbers last year, out of 15 games played, he was out of 318 attempts, he had 192 completions. That came out to a 60.4 completion rating. He had 2,242 throwing yards that he threw for. He had 17 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. And then look at this, he was sacked 55 times. When I say he's going to be more efficient, what I mean is he has an offensive line now. I like what Ryan Poles did this offseason and trying to get him a sure enough offensive line that could be top half in the league. I've talked about that on another video that I had on our channel here, how this offensive line can be top half in the league when everyone is healthy. The big question is, can this offensive line stay healthy? I believe if they stay healthy, not only will he be more efficient, but not only that, with the addition to DJ Moore, like I said, he can rely on DJ Moore with those rack and yak yards, man, with those run after the catch and yards after the catch run. DJ Moore is exceptional at those. And when I say Justice was sacked 55 times, well, now he has a number one wide receiver, so he doesn't have to rely so much on his legs to get the job done or sit back there and wait for a receiver to get open or try to force a throw. He doesn't have to do those things no more. Ryan Poles, I like what he did. He took pressure off Justin this year by going out and getting him a number one wide receiver, going out and getting him more pieces on the offensive line, going out and getting sure defensive players at the linebacker spot and trying to shore up that defensive line. So with that being said, man, I like what I'm seeing from Justin as far as him having the ability to get the ball out quicker and seeing what those quick passes can do. And like I said, DJ Moore, Khalil Herbert, Darnell Mooney, and Chase Claypool. See what these guys can do, man, to help this guy out this year. I'm excited. I think it's going to be some big changes. Now, this is my predictions for what Justin numbers will be this upcoming year. I'm going to say he will have over 3,000 passing yards, 28 touchdowns throwing, and 10 interceptions. And then I have him going for 5 rushing touchdowns for 700 rushing yards, man. So that's a total of 33 TDs, 10 interceptions, man. I'm excited. Let me know how you guys feel. What was the biggest takeaways that you heard or that if you went to camp or seen in a preseason game? I want to know you guys' thoughts right underneath this video. Like I said, if you are a Chicago Bears fan, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate all the love and support over here. And like me and Cootie always say, be safe and bear down, Chicago.